bring up the screen and let's talk some bracketology. And I'm interested to see where you go with this because we want to make this a reoccurring segment. But quite frankly, if you drop flat on your face, we're never going to do it again.
Yes, and we are trying to be the Jerry Palm and the Joe Lunardi of college football, guys. So we need your help with this, okay?
Okay.
So I'm bringing up the bracketology. Now, my bracketology is not what I think is going to happen. It is what would be the college football playoff right now if the season ended right now. Oops, I apologize. I'd like to... There we go. Dave did it right. So yeah, it's what would the college football playoff be if the season ended right now? And as you can see, we're setting it up with the conference champions, with the seeding, and how everything would go. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit and start over here. I'm going to go to every different spot, but let's start on the left side. I think Georgia's the 1 seed right now. Dave, you can hey now, or that's crazy me on what you believe on that based on production.
The 1 seed overall?
As of right now, yes.
No, I'd say Texas is the 1 seed.
So you're going to say that's crazy?
Okay, yeah. No.
I think Georgia's win over Clemson outweighs Texas's win over Michigan. As of right now, I think Clemson would beat Michigan.
Okay, well, you got history on your side because Georgia plays down to opponents, did so against Kentucky, and might end up winning it all. So, all right, I can roll with that. What else you got?
All right, so yeah, so that's my that's my 1 seed. My 2 seed, because again, the top 4 conference champions are the 4 highest seeds, is USC. I think they're the best team in the Big Ten right now. They are the top ranked team in the Big Ten, and so they are the 2 seed for me.
That's crazy.
I can't see how you could put them above Texas.
No, because only one SEC team can be in the top 4, Dave. This is not. This is a playoff projection.
Oh, okay. This is not how I wanted it. This is how I wanted it 1 to 12. Okay. Then,
Hey now.
Okay, I'll roll with that. I think Ohio State is better than Southern California, but we'll see.
Well, y'all are going to find this controversial. My take on Ohio State because this is about what you've done to this point. My number 3 seed. And they shouldn't be a number 3 seed. And this is how why Josh and I talked about this, why the College Football Playoff Committee screwed it up so badly with the seeding. Kansas State's the number 3 seed because you got to have the conference champions as the top 4 seeds.
You suck, you jackass.
That's for the NCAA or College Football Playoff Committee or whoever in the world put this thing together.
Like you're
I had lunch with John Adams yesterday, and I feel like sometimes this college football playoff thing is analogous to our ongoing election. And that is, I'm not really sure who's in charge, but I'm not going to get into politics. I just don't know who's pulling the strings anymore. All right, Caleb, who's next?
All right. So next is the number 4 seed, and the other seed to get the first round bye is the ACC champion, which will be Miami. Those are the top 4 seeds that get first round byes.
Hey now.
I can't argue with you, but I mean, right now, I think those 2 teams are barely in the. Well, I think particularly Miami's barely in the top 8, and I just don't like the way this is. So I'm going to have issues with you every week.
No, I know it's stupid, but this is just how they're doing it. My projections are how they're doing it. So let me move over here. Right. So the 2 teams.
I'm not calling them stupid. You can do stupid things. It's like the old coaching acumen that Butch Jones never knew. You can call somebody a bleep, but you can't call somebody a bleep, but you can say quit playing like a bleep.
Can we call Butch Jones? Can we call Butch Jones stupid?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's go down here. All right, so let's talk about the play-in, the first round teams. So on the left side, I've got 5 seed Texas because they're the second best team. But if you're the second best team in the same conference as the best team, you become the 5 seed because that's how this works. And I got them playing Northern Illinois in the first round, 12 seed Northern Illinois. Because Northern Illinois is my group of 5 team.
Gravy, my goodness, poor Northern Illinois. I mean,
hey now.
They would get hammered, and they would play at Texas.
They would play at Texas.
You might as well just sabotage the plane.
And here's my thing, Dave. Look at this. You're Texas. Would you rather play Northern Illinois at home in the first round to get to the second round, or have to beat Georgia in the SEC championship game to get to the second round? This is why
I'm always going to say this. I would rather Now, I've thought about this actually in the interim since we first discussed it. I'm always going to side with playing less games. Now, that doesn't mean if Tennessee makes the SEC championship game, they should throw it. I think that's absurd, but I understand your point. But I see what, like last year in October, November, what Coop has gone through and how beat up he was, and he held up his fingers and they were like crooked. So knowing that and getting to know players more than really I ever have, and there's more on that to come, by the way. So hit that like and subscribe button and turn the notifications on. But all that being said, I will always side on playing one less game.
Okay, well, that's playing one less game if you don't really show up for the SEC title game. If you choose to just not play, that's the equivalent of not playing a game if you throw it.
Caleb's crazy bracketology brought to you by Quality Tire Pros. The Eberle family has been serving Chattanooga's community since 1957. All major brands of tires, full service, automotive brake alignments, oil changes, and more. All work is covered by nationwide warranty. Cherokee Blvd or online, qualitytirepros.com. My car will be there very shortly. Tell Bo that Off the Sports said hello. All right. Who's next?
So I'm going to move over here. I'm going to move over to this side. So with Kansas State getting the bye, the teams that'll be competing to play Kansas State will be 6 seed Alabama and 11 seed Penn State, and Alabama will get that game at home.
See, that to me is what the college football playoff should be about. Those two teams would not traditionally play each other. That has a lot of appeal, even though I think you're too high on Penn State and they won't be in that position. That to me is what it's all about. Mixing these teams that would never play and have different styles. Bingo, bango. That's gold, Jerry, as they used to say on Seinfeld. I'd take that.
All righty. So up on the Northwest, let me go up here then, because the next play-in game you're going to see, and you guys can see where I'm putting Tennessee. I'll talk about that in a second, but I think the college football playoff, Dave, they're going to see things for the purposes of a TV show. So I think Iowa State right now is one of my teams is one of my top wildcard teams based on production to this point, guys. I don't think they'll be in there, but if they were done today, based on production, Iowa State would be in. And I think they would be slotted to play Missouri because somebody would want to rekindle an old Big 12 rivalry. So 9 seed Iowa State would play 8 seed Missouri to go play number 1 seed Georgia.
Hey now.
I like how you're working in the fact that they are going to manipulate this for storylines because they are. All right.
They are.
Next.
They are, which is why next on the other
If there's
side.
any chance for Tennessee to play Oklahoma in the playoffs, that's going to happen.
Oh, exactly. Right now, Oklahoma's not in yet, but Ole Miss is. And if Ole Miss is in the playoff, they're going to manipulate Tennessee getting a home game against Ole Miss, which is why Tennessee is my 7 seed and Ole Miss is my 10 seed for that matter.
I will tell you this, whether or not you want to believe it, because he plays for Lane Kiffin, Jackson Dart's for real. Jackson Dart's for real. The two best quarterbacks in the SEC right now are Jackson Dart and Nico Iamaleava.
That's hot.
And also, here's why they would put them in the bracket to face USC. Lane Kiffin versus Josh Heupel, and the winner goes to face Lincoln Riley. That's just offense galore for a TV
That's
show.
hot.
Love it.
So let me give you my, before we get out of here, my first 4 out. And my
Could Lane Kiffin win a championship by only playing teams that he's coached for?
That would be epic, actually. Because then he could face Alabama based on this.
Oh, the goal. Yeah, I love it. Or the Raiders, because the Raiders are almost bad enough to lose a game in the college football playoff.
That is very true. All right, so moving over, I'm going to go to the first 4 out. Oklahoma is my top team out right now because they just looked ugly, but they've actually played quality opponents. And let Buckeye Nation come for me. But Ohio State is my second team. They're not in the college football playoff right now. They haven't played enough teams. They haven't played anybody good. Oregon's my 3rd top team out, and Utah's my 4th of my first 4 out. Tell me where I'm wrong, Dave. Any of these teams?
I think Ohio State's going to be in there.
I think they will too, but based on their resume right now, do they belong?
I mean, I see your argument. Well, yeah, I would think they belong. I think they've looked pretty clean. I mean, they looked okay. I mean,
against nobody, against Air.
Well, I agree, but you should say the same thing about Tennessee.
They played a Power 5 school that was in the top 25.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Move on. Okay. I'm getting the feel for this. I'll be better in week 2.
Okay, so now here are my top 5 group of 5 for right now. Because that, by the way, this is the relevant part because the group of 5 gets an automatic bid. So there's 5. So I'm gonna have this too each week. Northern Illinois is my top group of 5 team right now because they beat Notre Dame. That's why they're the 12th seed in there. Just behind them are UNLV, Washington State, Memphis, and Toledo. For context, Dave, Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame, UNLV beat Houston, Washington State beat Washington, Memphis beat Florida State, Toledo beat Mississippi State. I don't think there's any question that of those Northern Illinois has the best win right now, right? Of the group of 5.
Yes, I can say Northern Illinois has the best win. No question.
Yep. So that's my top 5 right now. I am very heavy on the MAC. But this is where, guys, the 12-team playoff I have to concede is making things more exciting. Dave, you're not there yet. I'm already there, but you're not there. Group of 5 football is getting really fun to watch because teams know what's at stake. I don't know if you saw. Did you see?
Yeah,
Sorry.
But here's the problem: is the Power 4, Power 5 teams, whatever we decide to call it, when all the dust settles, they're going to raid the group of 5. So you better enjoy the action now because it ain't going to be around in 2 or 3 years.
You're probably right, but that makes it fun this year.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that Memphis Florida State game? How many Tiger fans filled up Doak Campbell Stadium?
Oh my gosh! Here he goes with Memphis.
No, but did you see it though? Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
And it was crazy. By the way, this is a program that just 10 years ago couldn't get 4,000 people in their home stadium. And they may have had 4,000 people. They may have had twice that much at Florida State Stadium because Group of 5 football has playoff implications now.